Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I'd like to give you a Bahamut high score guide in the battle ranking event. And I'm doing Bahamut at level 210 and I have only lowered HP by 1 tier, but I also recommend lowering it to level 200 by just nullifying that PDF debuff resistance, so you can do more damage with lowered physical defense. And you can also lower Bahamut's HP even lower, but essentially you just want to finish the battle as quickly as possible. And I just recommend play around with the stage level and see what works out better for you, because for me level 200 and 210 is pretty much the same exact score, but the less damage you take, the more damage you do, and the faster you kill the boss, the higher score you can get. So, Odin Vincent with Enfeebled Sid will make this battle incredibly easy, and it's the only way to win this battle and get a very high score on it. But the most optimal and perfect team is Odin Vincent with Enfeebled Sid, and then Barret or Angio with Provoke to tank those hits, and ideally be protected by Veil so that the tank takes the least amount of damage, or 0 damage with Barret. But then with just Vincent team, people are getting 1.3 million scores or even higher. But if you didn't pull on Vincent, just use physical DPS, and it could be either non-elemental or just use your best elemental build. But I am using the best I have, but of course Aerith with Camera would be great here to boost physical attack with only 4 AEB, but I don't have that, and that's why I have Gambantane with Bravery Materia instead. But also because you start the battle with 1 HP, Bahamut will choose a random target for the dive bomb, so it also might be a lot of restarting until the target is the character you want, which ideally you want the healer to be targeted with increased defenses, but if you're using tank with Provoke, that will nullify the randomness. Aerith has Bahamut outfit with Breath of the Earth, Baharut to buff physical defense and Gambantane to buff physical attack, but I also have Bravery to cast first so that the buff has longer duration, and then 2 stat sticks, and they can be anything, but Aerith has just defensive ones. And then in support weapon slots Aerith has 2 guild weapons with magic and physical defense for allies and a weapon with physical attack for allies. Zack has new story outfit with Apocalypse, Ceremonial Sword for DPS and Pressure Ridge is just for stats, ultimate weapon, 3 physical attack stat sticks, and in support weapon slots Zack has Ivy Collar, a weapon with physical attack for allies, and Daffodil with attack for allies. Cloud has Bahamut outfit with Cross Slash and Cross Slash here because Bahamut is immune to debuffs, so Climb Hazard won't get that extra multiplier, so it won't be good here. Sword for DPS, and then just any weapon for stats, Buster and 3 physical attack materia, and in sub-equipment slots it's just Odin Sword for attack for allies, and then 2 weapons with highest physical attack points to max it out. Alright, it's Bahamut again, but at this stage level he is much more manageable, but make sure that your healer or Aerith is targeted so that she takes less damage from this dive bomb. But just keep doing DPS, but make sure that you have physical defense buff before that dive bomb hits you. But ideally it's healer because you can stack their defenses, and with Aerith, when she is targeted you can get extra AEB from Baharut or Gambantane, depending on HP. But here it will be just 1 Umbral Strike, so here it comes, switch to defense, so you take less damage. But essentially you want to get through this battle as quickly as possible and deal as much damage. Okay, actually let's do this. There's no point for Zack to sit on that limit break. That is buffed. But the point is, try to make do as much damage as you can, so you can skip through all those phases and you won't get targeted by those physical attacks that come after countdown. And actually, let's activate overspeed. Because the point is, you want to finish the boss as quickly as possible. And yeah, that should be it. Yeah, like I said, it just depends. Your score depends on how quickly you can kill the boss. 1 max hit damage, and also your score is lower the more damage you take, so that's why you want to skip through those phases to take less damage. But if you have Barret with Provoke and you want to take 0 damage, then of course your score will be higher. But that would be just possible mostly with Vincent and at higher level, and of course then you can get much higher score, but this is the best I can do. So hopefully you found this guide helpful and you managed to get even tiny bit higher score if you care. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.